that little dirt strip right up there.
Hotel Papa, Atlantic with Romeo, be VFR to Sedona, we're a Bravo Echo 36 Flank Golf.
Here I am in Santa Barbara, gonna head back to Sedona. Turns out my mom is on vacation in Sedona right now, so I'm gonna go have lunch with her, and then fly home to South Dakota. I gotta do some stuff there in the morning.
Hotel Papa, cross runway 25 at Bravo.
Cross 25 at Bravo, 7 Hotel Papa.
Gotta do some stuff there in the morning, then fly to Boston, do some stuff there Wednesday morning, and then fly down to Sun and Fun, I guess Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning, something like that. So yeah, gonna head back to Sedona. It's gonna be a fun day though of like 8 hours of flying across the mountains, so that'll be cool. And we might, temperature permitting and field conditions permitting, drop into a really fun little strip in Utah along the way.
Bonanza 7 Hotel Papa, reliable, squawk 7337.
7337, 7 Hotel Papa.
Nice view out here over the coast. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Bonanza 7 Hotel Papa, cut out departure.
7 Hotel Papa, over departure, good day.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice being back to just one person, nice and light, climbing real fast, even out here where it's nice and hot. Staying nice and cool in these Ministry of Supply clothes. An awesome company, this MIT startup, make these just really awesome clothes. Look great. They're super, super comfortable. Awesome for a small plane in the summer. It's like having air conditioning when you don't have air conditioning. Got my flight plan activated and for flight here. Close that when we get there. Okay, so here's our top of climb.
7 Kilo Golf,
We'll level off.
Sorry, go ahead. 7 Kilo Golf,
to double
expect
check
the level
with
at
our
230 for
nav log here for flight.
Alright, we'll expect that, 7 Kilo Golf.
But yeah, so that's the Mojave Air and Spaceport just off the left there. There's a little dry lake bed with the runway on it right here, and then that's Edwards Air Force Base right up there. Kind of a couple runways, runway that goes out into the lake bed, and then some runways on the lake bed. That's pretty cool. A lot of history there. I mean, this is where Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier. The space shuttle landed here many times, where they tested all sorts of interesting stuff back in the 50s and 60s, and continue to test some of the most advanced aircraft in the world. We're coming up on the Victorville Airport right over here, the big aircraft boneyard. There are a lot of these aircraft boneyards out here because they, the hot, dry desert environment prevents them from corroding and things like that, so they can kind of preserve the planes very well here. That's Barstow right there, also another little town on Route 66. They have a paved airport there, and then we're gonna be back at Amboy right up over there in a little bit. Probably won't stop in right now. Gotta keep moving today. I love this. I'm the only one out here. Got some awesome little canyons off the right. You can start to see the red rock formations around Sedona here. It's just a little fast, a little high, but that's okay. This is not somewhere you want to be low and slow, because you'll just fly right into the side of the mesa.
Sedona traffic, Bonanza 7 Hotel Papa, 1 mile final, runway 3, Sedona.
There goes the helicopter.
And River 4 has the traffic on final, that will pass line. Sedona area traffic 4-5 stationary at 8,000, just crossing the rim, northwestbound, last call, Sedona.
Some nice wind shear there.
close our flight plan.
A nice little lunch. Gonna fly up to Mineral Canyon in Utah. It's a little private dirt strip. It's marked private on the chart mostly because it's restricted. There are certain restrictions for commercial operations there, but it's owned by the Bureau of Land Management, so it's open for recreational use to anyone. So we'll go here from Sedona up there to, let's see here, it's UT75. It's not in the database. Of course it's not in the database. Now I'll just go ahead and send this to the panel then, since it's not in there. Okay, cool, so we got that in here now, thanks to ForeFlight. It should be about an hour and 35 minutes up there. So it's a little dirt strip, it's not really maintained, you know, so it could be flooded, it could be, you know, in just generally poor condition, so we'll have to wait and see what it looks like when we get there and make a decision as to whether to land or not.
Sedona traffic, Cirrus 811, Lima Tango, 9 miles to the southwest route, coming in for straight in runway 3, Sedona.
Okay, it's nice and hot out today. It might be too hot up at Mineral Canyon, we'll see.
Caution. Terrain. Terrain.
We got that terrain
Caution.
there.
Terrain.
For wires and
terrain.
things. There's nothing out here, but just kind of, you know, weaving our way around so we have more time to, more distance to climb, really. And so going into a place like this where there's nobody there, there's no cell service, things like that. I do have a sat phone on the plane, so I could file a flight plan and just call flight service on the ground, but I want to minimize time that I'm, you know, just idling and things on the ground. So that's not ideal. So instead I've just got JP, and that way I can give him constant updates via this little satellite messenger or the sat phone if I want. Just follow this road here in the climb. Basically the same thing as when we went to Flagstaff. But yeah, it's a nice slow climb with a lot of terrain, so we just gotta kind of wind our way so that we can, you know, need to be able to climb all of it. It's so beautiful out here. So many colors. It's just incredible. Just judging from the outside air temperatures up here, I think it's going to be too hot to actually land in Mineral Canyon, but we'll see. Coming just over the edge of Lake Powell up here in about 40 miles. But yeah, the Grand Canyon's about 40 miles that way. You can kind of see the edges of the canyon walls over there. Crazy out here. It's just, the views are so spectacular. So many places to land, so much stuff, so many things to do. Basically, we're going to go around to the north, kind of fly a downwind here to just come enter the canyon, fly along the canyon, do a low pass. I mean, first we'll probably just fly it above the canyon to see what the turns are like. So we'll do that, then do a low pass, keep flying the canyon, come back out. It's actually, it's pretty crazy just how much we're traversing today. Started off on the beach in Santa Barbara. We're flying the desert and canyons and mountains, and then we're going to end up in South Dakota where it's completely flat, and there's going to be a bunch of snow on the ground. You know, it's a little bit of everything today. Right around here, the elevation is about 6,500 feet, so we're only about 5,000 feet above the ground right now. That'll drop a little bit near Lake Powell, and then basically we're going to follow Lake Powell up to the Colorado River. Follow the Colorado River up to its confluence with the Green River, and then we follow the Green River right up to Mineral Canyon, formerly known as Mineral Bottom.
November 7 Hotel Papa, squawk 1200 for changes to a call connection.
7 Hotel Papa, good day.
Okay.
So that's the Colorado River back there, that kind of winds up, and then we're gonna intercept the Green River, which flows into the Colorado River. Okay, so the temperature's gotten colder and it's staying colder here in the descent. So we're getting close to standard. Wind's kind of out of the north. It's pretty calm right now. Ideally, we'd be doing this right in the early morning when it's really cool, but the timing just didn't work out for that today. But that means that we might not make it. So might not end up landing. Might just end up doing a couple low passes, calling it a day. So that's the Green River, right out there, up ahead. So that flows to our right, to the southeast into the Colorado River. I think originally the Colorado River began at its confluence with the Green River. Now it extends beyond that because the Grand River was renamed the Colorado River. Which is getting warmer as we go down, so unfortunately there was an inversion. See what that means when we get there, but I don't know about this, guys. We'll see. I haven't seen a single person out here for miles. It's crazy. So the Green River, though, in the 50s turned into this sort of booming mining area for uranium, for atomic weapons, and for just nuclear power. Uranium was in high demand. It was found all along the river here, and so there's actually the reason this airstrip exists is because there's a mining company. I think it's like the Excalibur mine is right near the runway.
Mineral Canyon traffic, Bonanza 7 Hotel Palm. It's about 4 to the south, just flying along the river, Mineral Canyon.
Caution. Terrain.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shut
Terrain.
her up. Yeah, we do have a nice little terrain picture here, though. So you can see, it's about a quarter of a mile wide, I would say. We're gonna stay above the canyon for the moment, because ultimately we're kind of watching for any wires or things too that have potentially been added since last time someone I know has been in here. So there's that little dirt strip right up there. Okay, so we're gonna go to Grand Junction for some fuel here. It was just too hot at Mineral Canyon, so I'm not gonna land there today. We can come back. Right now, the closest airport Canyonlands with fuel is closed. We have to be further, so we have to have more fuel. That's extra weight. I've got a lot of extra weight back here, and it's just too hot today. So there's just a lot of things. I wasn't quite comfortable with it. We could have probably done it just fine, but let's do it on a day when there's more things kind of going our way. Down propulsive forward mixture is good.